Produced by New Line Cinema, DC Films on 7 Bucks Productions in 2022 was that of Black Adam. The premise of the film was that in ancient Egypt, a man by the name of Teth Adam comes into contact with the mystical powers of Shazam. On details further depicted in the movie have him engage with the Justice Society of America within modern times. Dwayne Johnson, the professional wrestler turned actor, made very public hopes to adopt and star as the comic-based character of Black Adam from DC Comics in a film since the early 2000s, with some of the first examples of official interest by New Line Cinema was in 2006. Dwayne Johnson, after learning about details of the film, later became interested in the concept of playing as Black Adam in 2007, as casual fans of DC Comics remarked about how similar Dwayne Johnson's physical appearance looked to that of Black Adam, but concerns later had it that though there might have been visual similarities, more serious fans would have preferred a different actor to portray the character. Development of the film was held back by legal issues throughout the late 2000s on into the early 2010s, with real development starting on the film in 2014. In 2017, Dwayne Johnson met with DC producers and officials to discuss the situation of Black Adam. Originally, DC producers had Black Adam to be the main foe of Captain Marvel, later rebranded as Shazam due to Marvel copywriting the superhero title. Despite DC desiring to have Black Adam remain with Captain Marvel, Dwayne Johnson convinced DC to split the project into 2 separate films, with part of the project being remade into Shazam, released in 2019 to mostly positive reviews, and Black Adam adopted into a vigilante hero concept. 7 Bucks Productions, which is a production company founded by Dwayne Johnson, produced the film as mentioned, but there were criticisms that favoritism of development for 7 Bucks were clouding the vision for the comic book adaptation of Black Adam, with their promotions as well as their concepts of Dwayne Johnson as the character of Teth Adam. As in 2016, there were plans to have Black Adam appear in the Suicide Squad, released in 2021, but once again Dwayne Johnson on 7 Bucks Productions desired to have Black Adam make his first appearance in a standalone film. The filming of Black Adam was also halted due to the COVID-19 pandemic of the early 2020s on Dwayne Johnson's commitments to other film-related projects. The script of the film was modified multiple times due to conflicts of interest from producers and developers of the feature, as due to Dwayne Johnson's insistence of Black Adam being made into his own film, the Justice Society was then inserted into the Black Adam film to stand against Black Adam instead of Captain Marvel. From information now known, the film was completed uneventfully, but Dwayne Johnson was worried about the lack of importance or real connection to the established DC extended universe of the time. According to sources, he literally demanded for Henry Cavill to reprise his role as Superman for a post-credit scene, in which the both of them meet for a moment. Henry Cavill's commitment to DC's films were tumultuous at the time, and he didn't want to suit up as Superman once again, but after an extended time of negotiations and Dwayne Johnson almost begging for a Superman cameo scene, it was later done. There were minimal interests in the film from critics as well as audiences, and the film was later considered a financial failure for DC. It was an especially rough experience for Dwayne Johnson, who was so obsessed with the film of Black Adam for over a decade, and for months he had hyped up the film on his social media outlets. Dwayne Johnson, when asked about why the film was such a failure, denied claims of such, that the film had earned enough through domestic ticket sales in the United States and international revenue abroad to turn a small profit. But later sources had details emerge that Dwayne Johnson discreetly leaked faked and exaggerated documents pertaining to the film to portray that it had made a profit, and these exaggerated claims were for casual viewer interest in the film. As a result, a character can be overrated yet hated because a would-be actor was obsessed with creating a film of a particular comic book character, and when the film wasn't a success, for a period of time he became despised for it and denied the fact that it wasn't what he had hoped it would have been.